I want to kick off Pep Talks with a question for you. What are you afraid of? I've been seeing the fear message like a lot lately. I've been seeing it in IG quotes and IG advice. I've been seeing it on people's Facebook messages. I've been seeing, actually my pastor did a sermon around overcoming, our fears this past Sunday. And, and I don't know, just from seeing fear so often, I'm just wondering if that means that we are collectively moving forward towards courage and facing our fears, going beyond our fears. We face so many on a daily basis. We face the fear of not being good enough or not having done enough. Hello, social media. The fear of not being ready, the fear of not being ready to start a business, or the fear of not being ready to start a family. We have the fear of struggle, the fear of being rejected or of being ignored. We have the fear of being judged. And because of these fears, these illusions that we create for ourselves, we don't start the things that would lead us to our purpose and our feeling of being fulfilled. The unfortunate thing about fear is that when you operate out of fear, it is very easy to manipulate someone who operates out of fear. Fear is so potent that you can be manipulated into not following your dream for years for fear that it's not the right time. Newsflash, I'm sure you've seen it everywhere, but there's never going to be a right time to follow your dreams. You can be manipulated into staying at a job for years for fear that there are no other jobs out there. You can even be manipulated into staying in a relationship that is, not only not good for you, but detrimental to your health and mental well-being for having the fear of starting over. That leads me to, another question for you. What bold moves will you make this year that will require you to be courageous so that you can stop letting your fears manipulate you? What bold moves will you make this year that will require you to be courageous so that you can stop letting your fears manipulate you? One bold move that you can make is that you can choose to, instead of operating in fear, you can choose to operate in courage. And I know you're like, okay, Ty, well, what does that mean? What does that look like? Courage is the choice and willingness to confront pain, agony, danger, uncertainty, intimidation. And I think most of us struggle with those last two because I feel like those last two start from within, the intimidation and the uncertainty. Having courage does not mean that your fear for something will disappear. It means that you will pursue your passions. You will pursue the life you want to live. You will pursue the career you want. You will pursue the business that you want to build in spite of your fears. It means that you will take the necessary steps to move closer to your goals while also at the same time shaking in your boots. You'll move forward. And if you've been, just praying for courage lately, especially with this message of fear going on a lot lately. But if you've been praying for courage like I have, because launching Pep Talks was an act of bravery or act of courage for me, then you have learned that God doesn't just fill you up with courage. It's not, some magic courage. It's not like you're at 2%, you're running low on courage. You go to God, say, hey, can I get some courage? And then he plugs you up, and then it's like, boom, you feel the courage. No, that's not how it works. That's just not how God works. What God does is God puts you in situations to give you the opportunity to show what you already have within you by putting you in what a situation that you may deem as frightening, so that you can flex your courage muscles. So, the next time you find yourself operating in fear, choose the courageous option. If you find that you want to start a business, instead of giving those fearful excuses as to why you can't, find reasons why you can. There might even be reasons, why you can't, but there'll be valid reasons and not fearful excuses. If you want to make more money this year, choose the courageous option of filling out job applications that are offering the salary that you want. Now, don't go filling out $100,000 job applications if you know that your work ethic is at $30,000, or if you're not there, then you'll just be spinning your wheels. Fill out what you know that you deserve, and somewhere where you know that you'll be happy. Take that leap, put in that work. That's the courageous option. The fearful option is to stay where you are for the next 5 years, 10 years, whatever, the next 2 years. Even 2 years can be a very long time at a job that you absolutely hate. If you want to have a successful marriage, don't be afraid of letting your trifling single or trifling married friends know that that's just not what you're about. You're choosing to be in a committed, successful relationship. If you want to travel more, but your friends and family just can't seem to ever get it together, instead of choosing the fearful option of just staying where you are in your same city, choose the courageous option to go on a trip alone, or find a group that is traveling to the destination that you like to see. If you want to protect your peace and set some personal boundaries for yourself by saying no more, don't be afraid to employ that 2-letter word in a tasteful manner, of course. All in all, I just want to encourage you to become someone who chooses courage over fear. The only good thing about fear is that it gives you immediate physical signs when you're feeling it. When you get the sweaty palms, or your pores open, or you get that, feeling where you're like, you're hot, but you're also cold. I look at those signs as smoke signals that it's time to crank up the courage and make the right choice that's going to get you closer to where you want to be, instead of the fearful choice that's going to keep you stuck in the same exact place that you've been in. And that leads me to another question. Are you someone who makes the necessary bold moves? Taking one little baby step is all you need to get started. So I want to leave you with a quote by Jack Canfield, and it says, "Everything you want is on the other side of fear." I want to thank you for listening to Pep Talks. Please leave a comment or email me at TyMarieSawyer@gmail.com. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. Have a good week, and I'll see you next Monday.